But this channel, man, I'm building an army over here, man. What is up, everyone? It is Jake with Master Football, back at it again. Happy Monday. We just got done with the draft last weekend. 3 days, 7 rounds. It was a ton of fun. Okay, I wanted to talk about a couple of big things. But first, before we get ahead of ourselves, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Okay, mostly just the like and the subscribe. If you share, that's cool. Okay, shares actually do help a lot. But please subscribe to the channel. I have my channel absolutely blew up over the weekend. The Obscure Prospect series was a massive hit. I knew it was just because nobody talks about Quinton Bohanna. Nobody talks about Gary Brightwell. Nobody talks about Cade Johnson. But when they get picked, people are like, yo, dude, who's this guy? I wanted to make sure I could provide that for the people. So please like, share, subscribe to the channel. Let's talk about this weekend. All right, so watching the draft, it was a ton of fun. I mean, the first couple of picks, honestly, I feel like the draft didn't really start until 6 with the Dolphins. Okay, Jalen Waddle came off the board. That was the first pick. I was like, okay. I wasn't shocked by that. But that was the first one that I was like, okay, all right, that's a little bit different. Okay, J.C. Horn to the Panthers. That was a little bit different too. Okay, the Eagles trading up for Devontae Smith. I like that pick. Again, no real shockers there. The most shocking development was the Chicago Bears were looking, and they were like, wait, who's our quarterback? Andy Dalton? Okay, we can't do this. So they were sitting there. They're like, we're at 20. Okay, we could trade up to 11. What can we do here? So they packaged together a first-round pick this year, a couple of later-round picks, and a first-round pick next year. And they reach up for Justin Fields. Huge get for them. Again, I think for the big thing for them, even if it doesn't necessarily provide the most ammunition in this next year directly, it's going to give them just juice. Gosh, you can't enter no offense to Andy Dalton, no offense to Andrew Dalton, but he doesn't have a strong arm. Chicago is windy. You know, you gotta have somebody who's got the ability to push the ball down the field. He doesn't really know how to do that. Or he's not that he doesn't know how to do that. He can't do it necessarily. So getting Justin Fields, I feel like it's a huge win for them. Hats off to the Bears. I do think that the Bears, they were looking at, they're like, yo, dude, we did not get Russell Wilson. We got to do something. Well, they put their money where their mouth is, and they traded up for a quarterback. I don't mind that pick at all. Love it. Also got an offensive lineman, got a right tackle, Devin Jenkins, got a right guard. My boy Larry Borom from Missouri. Love it. Obscure prospect. You got to love those obscure prospects, okay? He's probably going to be playing guard. Love that for him because he didn't really have the foot speed necessarily to play tackle, but he's got the strength. I mean, your boy is going to be able to bully people in that division. Love the pick. Next thing I wanted to talk about is, man, there is, of all 5 quarterbacks, there is one that is most likely to be unsuccessful. I do not want to release that video until a little bit later, just because I feel like I want to do a little bit more research. I want to take my time on it. There's one quarterback out of those 5 that I'm like, that looks like the most highest percentage of bust potential. That one right there does. And I won't talk about it yet, but we'll get to that eventually. I also want to talk about a couple reaches, okay? There was a couple reaches in this draft. I'm actually going to do a video about reaches and reaching in general, just to kind of see, you know, what the perspective is on that and how that kind of goes. One of them, I'm a Las Vegas Raiders fan. One of them was Alex Leatherwood at 17. He was projected to go in the second round. A lot of people, he was a consensus second round pick. Some people had late first. He was at 17. There was a couple of people who said, oh, you should trade back. I mean, they got their guy. They've been known to do this before. Cleveland Farrell was picked number 4. He probably would have gone in the teens. Henry Ruggs went number 12 overall, and he probably could have gone later in the teens, maybe in the 20s. So this happened with Mike Mayock a lot. First of all, Mike Mayock, 3 straight drafts, 3 straight dudes from Alabama. He doesn't have a complex procedure of what he wants to do there. So, I mean, you can't really fault him. Alabama's a good program, but I think for him, he almost treats it like Mike Mayock treats it like he wants a safe pick. Pick a guy from Alabama. Pick a guy, best team, best player. You know, hopefully he figures it out. I mean, Alex Leatherwood was an Outland Trophy winner, best offensive lineman, best interior lineman in the league or in the NCAA. So Can't really fault it, but you feel like you left money on the table with that pick because he could have traded back, maybe got something, maybe got him later on. Another one that I felt like was our dear friend Travis Etienne. Now, I know Travis Etienne is a big name, but at the same time, running back, you can pick solid running backs later on in the draft. And they got one at 25. I do feel like Urban Meyer, this is an indication of what they're going to do. They are trying to fix offense. They're trying to make sure, hey, we're going to have James Robinson. We're going to have Travis Etienne. We're going to be running the ball a lot. Okay, we need to be helping out our young quarterback. We need to get this run game going. There's no more the whole bell cow situation. That does not happen in the NFL anymore to the degree people think it happens. For the most part, you need to have several running backs that can play. And I think they've got that. And they've got one who can do some things in the passing game. James Robinson can do some things in the passing game. They can stay on the field the whole time. I understand the pick. I do feel like they could have potentially left some money on the table. They could have traded back, maybe got a guy in the second round, maybe got a guy in the third, fourth, or fifth round and addressed some of the needs that they had. And overall, gosh, the draft was just so fun. I told you, I got more views in one day than the previous 11 weeks on my channel. I absolutely love that, okay? Again, I am not stopping here, okay? This is the beginning, okay? I'm going to build a dynasty out of this thing. It's going to get tough now, okay? These are the dog days now. Now I had my blow up. I had my amazing day. I need to have even more. I just got to keep on going, okay? Keep on trucking. But this channel, man, I'm building an army over here, man. Well, lastly, related to that, I think that I think every team got more talented players. I do think that, there was a couple teams, gosh, I'm here to say it right now. I know this is not going to be shocking because of the number of picks that they had. Is there any team that's had a worse offseason than the Houston Texans? It's not even close. They have no draft capital. They don't have their quarterback. And even when they had their star quarterback, they went 4-12. Okay, there's 17 games. It's not out of the ordinary to imagine that they are going to lose 15 games this next year. 2-15? Ugh. I mean, listen, Houston Texans. Okay, here's the deal. Okay, it is what it is. Goes through cycles. I was a Raiders fan. I was a Raiders fan before Jamarcus. I was a Raiders fan after Jamarcus. Okay, it'll be okay. You'll find your way. And the Houston, is a warm climate. Your division. You've got a young quarterback with the Jaguars. You've got the Titans, who are a solid organization. You've got the Colts, who are a solid organization too. But things change, and this league is quick, man. A couple years ago, the Washington football team was terrible, man. They were absolutely awful, and they have absolutely completely reloaded their roster. And they are now one of the better rosters in the league. We'll see what Ryan Fitzpatrick is, but I do think that they absolutely positively have improved their team to the point to where I think they're the runaway favorite to win that division. I know that the Eagles are out there saying, oh, hey, maybe us. The Giants have a lot of weapons for Daniel Jones. But again, I think that the ultimate question is that division comes down to Daniel Jones. If he's legit, Giants win the division. If he falters, I do feel like the football team, they're going to win it by almost, I wouldn't want to say by default, but almost by default, because that Ryan Fitzpatrick's going to make some plays. You know that they have a really good defensive line, and you know that the Cowboys are down a little bit. We'll see how they kind of come back, because Dak is coming back. And the Eagles, they still don't know what they have in Jalen Hurts, so we'll see. But I do know that this draft is the NFC East big projection is, if Daniel Jones is the guy, the Giants are going to win the division. If Daniel Jones is not the guy, then we'll see what happens. All right, so what I'm going to do, here's the schedule going forward with this channel. So I've got a couple of videos I have. I don't know the exact order I'm going to do them in, but this is what I'm going to do. We have to do a Where Are They Now on my Obscure Prospect series. I had 10 guys. A lot of them got picked. 2 of them got picked back-to-back in the I want to say the 5th round the other day. It was awesome. It was huge for my channel. So going to see where they're at, see which is the best situation, see which is the worst situation, see who's most likely to stay on their team, and see who's most likely to not stay on their team. So we've got to do a video on that. Going to do a couple other videos, though. I do know that what I am going to do is I am going to get to the point to where I'm going to do division reviews. I was going to do team reviews, but I literally, I just can't talk about the Houston Texans for 10 minutes. You just can't do it. There's nothing to talk about. There's one story, and this is a football channel. This isn't a legal channel, so I'm not going to talk about that situation. But we're going to do a division review. We've got about 11 or 12 weeks until training camp starts. So football news is going to die down pretty quick, but I am going to substitute that for you. Come here to Master Football for all your football news. Please also like, share, subscribe to the channel. And I will see you guys on Wednesday with a new video.